What's up, guys? Today we're heading to the lake to do two things. One, I'm trying to find the best prop for my bass boat. I've always had issues getting up on plane. I have better success with 4 blades. Everybody says, nah, you need to go to this 3 blade, and I can't even get up. It's a waste of time. So I'm trying to dial in which 4 blade prop would be best. But also, we're gonna be going to catch some crappie. I think we'll have some pretty cool footage for you, so stick around. First fish of the day. Sorry about the wind, guys. I lost my little protection device for the camera. Oh, come on. I thought those were crappie down there. I was wrong. Little tiny wiper. There we go. That's what we're looking for. If I can keep him from getting out of the boat. First crappie of the day. I'll try to block the sun. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. Ah, see? It's a mixture. Mixture of wipers and crappie. I'll have to get the pliers for that one. Guys, that's our third fish of the day, but I don't really care for these guys. I want to catch some crappie. There we go, right below the trolling motor. Dink. Well, they quit biting, and I didn't see any on that big tree, so I'm gonna drive the big motor around, see if we can graph some stuff. Maybe find some more crappie or some new brush piles to throw on. I'm gonna go fish the sunken bridge for a minute and may call it a day after that. Yeah, there's a decent amount of fish down there. I don't know if you can tell, but there's the road. Oh, here we're coming up on it. Ton of crappie probably. We're gonna be fishing that, and look at that old bridge. That's awesome. You can see I'm assuming they're just like concrete pillars that come up, look like a fence. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. Wow. Dang, I'm staying perfectly in line with it. Get that on the down scan, all those crappie. Let's see if we can catch some. Ooh, that feels like a better one. I was under the bridge. Yeah, this is a better fish. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I saw a couple spots. Bigger, you know, definitely bigger blobs underneath the bridge. That's awesome. Of course, it wasn't recording. Let me show you. Look, this is, see if I can get a better view of it. Oh, it's going away. There we go. So here's the bridge. Look, that's a fish underneath the bridge in the old creek channel. I guess it's still there, but yeah, that's a good view of it. My crappie jig drops down below the bridge, and we finally got a big one. Looks up again. It feels like another good one. Not as big, but that is about average for what I've been catching all day. Probably gonna need the pliers for this one. Looks up again. It feels like another good one. Not as big, but that is about average for what I've been catching all day. Probably gonna need the pliers for this one. It is insane how many crappie are down there. There we go. Dink. The water temp's about 37, 38 degrees. What's so crazy about today, it's like 50 degrees right now, air temp. And by midnight tonight, it's gonna be like 27. When I wake up in the morning tomorrow, it's gonna be like 15, 16 degrees. The wind was out of the south all day today. And actually right now, we're kind of in between zones. Here in a couple hours, the wind is supposed to switch around from the north and it's gonna get cold. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end the video there. I just can't get away from the dinks. Probably gonna drive the boat around a little bit, maybe try to find some new brush piles. Might go and fish the dam and try to catch a bass or something. I haven't been able to catch a bass on this lake all winter. It's just been crappie and wipers. Anyway, thanks for watching. I thought that was some pretty cool footage. If you agree, let me know. That Livescope's pretty cool, especially when you're seeing structure like that down below with the bridge.